115 years ago, a fire in Baltimore took out more than 1,500 buildings.
On Coffee With this morning, hear about how you can learn about the Great Baltimore Fire by taking a tour around the city with a local historian.
If you love history, historian Wayne Schaumburg is here to talk about a tour you give about the Great Fire of Baltimore.
Right.
Tell us about it.
Okay, the tour is usually the week of the Great Baltimore Fire. It'll be Sunday the 10th of February. It's sponsored by the Fire Museum of Maryland. And we get on a bus. We do a little visual introduction to begin with. We get on a bus, head downtown, visit some of the sites of the fire, the interesting stories of the fire. This year we're going to get into the Alex Brown building, which is one of the interesting side stories to the Great Baltimore Fire. And then we come back to the Fire Museum for refreshments, and Steve Heaver, who's the curator of the museum, gives a tour because they have some of the pieces of equipment that fought in the Great Fire of 1904.
Now, you told us you've been doing this for 18 years.
Right, doing it since 2000.
What's one of the things that you like to share on the tour for folks that are doing it for the first time, even though it's not your first time?
Right. The thing of how big this fire was. Basically, if you know your streets, it's from Fayette Street to the harbor and from Hopkins Place to the Jones Falls. It's 140 acres.
Wow.
1,500 buildings went up in the blaze. And 2,500 companies were out of business effective the Monday after the fire. So it's huge. It's huge. Yet, amazingly, the city rebuilt the downtown area in less than 3 years. By 4th of July 2007, you wouldn't even know there had been a fire in Baltimore. So the recovery is absolutely amazing.
Wow. Tell people how they can come on the tour.
Okay, if you call the Fire Museum of Maryland, they're in Lutherville, you can make a reservation, and that's basically all you have to do. You're good to go. From there.
And remind us of the date again.
Sunday, February the 10th, and it starts at 1. It's from 1 to 4 o'clock.
You have so many interesting stories that you were telling us before the interview. So if you go, you're going to learn something new.
Yeah.
You will. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
It's a pleasure.
We'll be right back after this.